So I'm going to use the crochet chain provisional method to cast on the stitches for the ear warmer. And I'm using a waste yarn, cotton waste yarn, and a crochet hook about the size of the knitting needle. And here I have our 10 stitches on the needle, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And I just want to add a couple more. And then I'll crochet a couple of chains off the needle and pull the yarn through. To secure the chain. And now we're ready to join the working yarn. And it's important to leave a tail for the grafting that's about 4 times the width of the finished piece. And the ear warmer is about 5 3/4 inches wide, so I'm going to leave, roughly 2 feet for the grafting. And we're going to knit every chain, our odd number chains, and yarn over for the even numbers. So this is stitch 1, and the grafting tail is in the back. And we'll knit stitch 1 and yarn over for stitch 2 and just drop that chain off the needle to give yourself enough of a width there for that stitch. So we'll knit stitch 3 and yarn over for stitch 4 and drop that chain off the needle. We'll knit stitch 5, yarn over for stitch 6, and drop the chain off the needle. We'll knit stitch 7, yarn over for stitch 8, and drop that chain off the needle. We'll knit stitch 9 and yarn over for stitch 10 and drop the chain off the needle. Now we have to anchor that 10th stitch. Since it's just a yarn over, it'll come off the needle. So I'm going to knit into the 11th chain, and we'll decrease that stitch on the next row. And then you can just drop that extra chain off the needle. So that is the provisional cast on. And now we're ready to work the setup row for the brioche, which is very similar to a setup row for regular brioche with just a couple of little minor differences, because we're going to be knitting into the yarn overs from the provisional cast on, and we're going to be decreasing that extra stitch. So with the yarn in front, we'll slip the first stitch purlwise and then knit the yarn over, and then slip a stitch purlwise and knit the yarn over, slip the stitch purlwise and knit the yarn over, slip the stitch purlwise, knit the yarn over, and notice that when I'm slipping, I'm bringing that yarn to the front before I do it so that I create a yarn over. So I'm slipping that stitch, and then on the last stitch, that's our extra stitch, so we need to knit that together with the yarn over to get rid of it, to get back to our 10. And that's the setup row. And now we're ready to work our regular brioche, stitch over an even number of stitches. And every row is going to be worked exactly the same. with the yarn in front, slip one purlwise, and knit the stitch together with the yarn over. With the yarn in front, slip one purlwise, knit the stitch together with the yarn over. The yarn in front, slip one purlwise, knit the stitch together with the yarn over. The yarn in front, slip one, knit the stitch together with the yarn over. And with yarn in front, slip one, and we'll knit that last stitch together with the yarn over. And that's our brioche stitch. So just repeat that row, every row, until the ear warmer is the length that you want it to be. And in the next video, I'll show you how to graft the stitches.